Good morning, dear students. Now the topic is demand and demand analysis, factors influencing demand. First, we will know about the demand. What is meant by demand? Demand is nothing but that is purely individual decision power. When the commodities prices is increases or decreases on the basis of the consumer willingness to pay is different, which means if for example one man is going to purchase some 1 kg fruits in the market, that fruit cost is 100 rupees. So that 100 rupees is comes under his budget level. Demand is nothing but demand is based on their willingness to pay and prices of the commodity. If the prices of the commodity will increase, in the sense automatically consumer will reduce their purchasing power. So purchasing power is based on the consumer's income. So when the income of the consumer will be increased, automatically purchasing power will be increased. Purchasing power will be lower, in the sense automatically will assume the market conditions and the prices of the commodity has been increased. So the law of demand is when the income increases, automatically consumption increases. When income has been lower, automatically our consumption will be lower. So demand has two sides. One side is income side, another side is prices of the commodity. So price and income as well as willingness to pay of the consumers. So if I am going to purchase one commodity in the market, in the sense I am not ready to put the money and get the commodity. This is not a right way of practices. That commodities must having some satisfaction level to the consumer as well as prices of the commodity and willingness to pay of the consumer. These three things are very important for the demand of the commodity. So demand is simply we are looking demand in the sense that is normal word. If you are looking in the depth manner, in the sense demand will give and demonstrating huge insights. That insights are income of the consumer, prices of the commodity and willingness to pay of the particular commodity. So these three things are deciding the one particular commodity demands. So demand and supply. Demand is positive economics, supply is a normative economics. These two concepts are very important concepts in the economics. Without the demand and supply, we cannot deals with any kind of concepts in the economy. So demand as well as supply, these two sides of concepts are very necessary and important concepts to the economics. And also without demand and without supply, market is not activated. So good and rival market is needed, in the sense automatically and without any hesitations, that demand and supply will be altogether working in the proper manner. So demand and supply, demand which is needed, which is included willingness to pay of the consumer and prices of the commodity as well as satisfaction of the commodity when they are spending. So our spending money, it's not a simple process. We are going to purchase any commodity in the market, automatically our mind is having inside the market condition and inside the commodity. So the thing is, the one man is going to purchase any commodity in the market, in the sense automatically our mind is working in the proper process. That process is what is the need of the commodity, what is the prices of the commodity, what is the necessity of the commodity. If we are purchasing the commodity, that purchase will give any satisfaction to the particular consumer, because they are going to spend some money. So every single money is necessary for their consumption level. If the consumption level will give some satisfaction level, so satisfaction is necessary, in the sense automatically consumers, they are looking for the satisfaction level. So every activities, every single rupee is spending for the satisfaction level of the consumer. So demand having such a huge insights. Now let me move into the next concepts, factors influencing demand. Factors influencing demand in the sense, what are the factors are factors influencing demand. What are all the factors as influencing our purchasing? See, simply consumers are going into the market and get some products and come back to the home. This is not a simple process. Actually, the consumer having some insights when they are going to purchase some commodities in the market. That components are, one is income of the consumer. So, if I am having enough income, in the sense I will purchase some commodities which is necessary or unnecessary, but I will purchase some necessary commodities only on the basis of the income. This is kind of one concept. Second one is satisfaction level, or first point is taste and preference of the consumer. Without taste and preferences, if I am purchasing any commodity in the market, in the sense my preference is necessary. Without my preferences, without my taste, I cannot purchase that commodity in the market, because if I am spending one money, that money will give some satisfaction, that is taste, that is preferences. On the basis of the taste and preferences, I am deciding to purchase particular commodity in the market, that is taste and preference of the commodity in the market. Second one is income of the consumer. If I am having some 10,000 rupees income, that 10,000 rupees income itself, I have to fulfill my all the needs and wants one particular month. If I am exceeding my income level, I will purchase on some unnecessary things. But I am not having extra income to the month, or that particular month in the sense, or regular month in the sense, I cannot purchase unnecessary things. I am stop my purchasing. I mean, which is necessary. Necessary commodities only I will purchase. Unnecessary commodity I cannot purchase, because my income is limited. That limited income, how I am going to handle in a whole month? So 30 days, that 30 days will give I am having only 10,000 rupees. With that 10,000 rupees, how I am going to spend the money in a efficient manner? Because efficient expenditure is very important in the economics. So efficiency, consumer efficiency. Without consumer efficiency, the consumer simply is going to buy some product. It's not a rational consumer. That consumer should spend some money with a rational ideas. Without rational ideas, it's not a kind of consumer. It's a consumer like a luxurious consumer, because luxurious commodities always, that is not necessary to all the peoples. Where and when the luxurious commodities are sold, see, high income peoples are different from normal peoples. High income peoples are always looking for the luxurious kind of life sets. So they are spending more and more money for their daily activities. But normal peoples, they are not such a practices in their day-to-day activities. So with stipulated income, with a prescribed income, in the sense there is no chance to increasing their consumption level. So they are try to, because economics is always deals with the scarcity of resources. Scarcity resources everywhere. Who is going to spend their money in a rational background? That is very necessary. Then advertisement expenditure has been determined their purchasing power. I mean, that commodity is, we are not having any information about the commodity, but we are looking, we are seeing that commodity, one particular advertisement. Automatically that advertisement will give some ideas to buy the commodity. That is kind of advertisement expenditure, because we doesn't know about the commodities details, but after seeing the advertisement, automatically we are having some mindsets to purchasing that commodity after seeing the advertisement. That is also kind of influencing for the commodity. Then fourth one is future demand of the commodity. If for example gold prices are continuously increasing, So after 1 month or after two months or after 6 months or after 1 year, that gold rate will be increases. So automatically consumers are decided when the gold rate will be declined, that time the consumer is decided to purchase more and more gold. This is also kind of influencing to purchasing such a that particular gold rate, because gold rates after independence or before 1920, after 1920s continuously increasing trends only. There is no chance to declining the gold prices. So the rational consumers, the rational human beings are always looking for the right time to purchasing the gold commodities. When the right man has purchasing more and more gold, in the sense when the reasonable prices will be offered. So at the time the consumers are decided to purchase more and more gold. So but usually gold usages are very poor, but some occasionally people are using, for example parties or marriage functions. Likewise they are wearing the gold are very wealthiest commodities as well as prestigious commodities. That's why that kind of mindset has been determining and influencing the buying commodity. Then fifth one is the relative prices of the commodity. I mean our pattern of commodities is different. Another commodities is different in the sense, I mean another man's consumption level is different. But if you are continuously purchasing one particular commodity, the trade will be increasing or decreasing. That is not taken into the account. That accountability will not destroying the other commodity prices, which means related prices are important, because alternative commodities is always there in the market and existing in the market. Because if I am going to purchase sugar is not available, so automatically I will purchase some alternative commodity instead of sugar. So that commodity price is, should not be exceeding. So that should be needed, that should be accessed by the consumer. So these are all the things having in the second unit. I mean demand and law of demand and factors influencing demand, and elasticity is there. So elasticity is nothing but how much we are receiving the satisfaction level. I mean elasticity, which means the price and income will decide at the elasticity of the consumer. So these are all the things are necessary to knowing some subject matters of the second unit. If having any doubts, you can call me under email ID or to my phone number. Thank you.